Waking up already feeling torn, a quiet ache that never gets reborn. I wear the dark the way the broken do. It clings to me like it's the only truth. I trace the shape of everything I've lost. The dreams I had now frozen by the frost. I try to speak, but silence is my voice. It seems the pain has always made the choice. I'm stumbling through the parts I can't erase. The past paints shadows on my fading face. I drown in memories I didn't pick, still lost in all the things I cannot fix. I'm lost in the things I can't fix, the wounds that time refused to stitch, the fears that claw beneath my ribs, the nights where breathing barely lives. I'm lost in the things I can't change, the parts of me that stayed the same. No matter how I try to lift, I fall back into every drift. I walk alone inside a dying dream. The world moves on without remembering. I chase the light but never find its glow. It slips away like everything I know. Sometimes I swear I'm disappearing slow, a shadow no one ever gets to hold. I sink beneath emotions left untold, a heart that's breaking even when it's cold. I carry all the truths I can't confront. They follow me like ghosts that never haunt. They whisper you were made for this, to live inside the things you can't admit. I'm lost in the things I can't fix, the wounds that time refused to stitch, the fears that claw beneath my ribs, the nights where breathing barely lives. I'm lost in the things I can't change, the parts of me that stayed the same. No matter how I try to live, I fall back into every dream. Maybe I'm built from shattered pieces. Maybe I break whenever hope increases. Maybe I'm tired of chasing something real, when everything I touch forgets to heal. I'm lost in the things I can't fix. I'm holding nights I couldn't shift. I'm holding on with weakened fears to memories that still exist. I'm lost in the things I can't forgive, the blame I carry just to live. If pain is where I'm destined with, then let me fade inside of it. I woke up in a place without your name. Your memory flickers like a dying flame. Every heartbeat feels like rust and rain. I'm fading where the shadows all remain. I trace the wounds you never meant to leave. They echo deeper every time I breathe. I'm walking roads that swallowed me back then. The daylight never found me again. Never found me again. If breaking was an answer, I'd be whole. But sorrow stitched its name into my soul. I reach for warmth that never lets me in. A battle I was never meant to win. I walked the night until my fears confess. A quiet scream beneath the loneliness. And though I try to rise like I did then, the daylight never found me again. Your ghost is in the corners of the room, breathing softly like an unspoken doom. Every thought becomes a cracking light, and silence wears your name tonight. I try to stitch the breaks inside my chest, but every memory tears through the rest. The truth you left cuts deeper than the night, and silence wears your name tonight. To fade. hoping the ache will disappear soon. But even dawn won't bring you to the light, and silence wears your name tonight. The sky whispers your name through the storm. I can feel your absence taking form. Every drop falls heavy, cold and slow. The pieces of me you'll never know. I trace the cracks that time cannot erase. Your shadow dances in the empty space. I scream in silence, but the night won't speak. The rain forms when my heart grows weak. So I believe into the dark you left behind, where every hope is chained inside my mind. All the warmth you promised slips away. The rain forms when my heart wander streets that echo with your lies. A broken mirror shows the tears in my eyes. No hand to hold, no voice to make it fade. Just shadows laughing at the love we made. If sorrow had a rhythm, I'd dance all night. But darkness wraps me tighter than the light. I reach for memories that never stay. The rain forms when my heart decays. So I believe into the dark you left behind, where every hope is chained inside my mind. All the warmth you promised slips away. The rain falls when my heart I walk alone beneath the sky of gray, hoping someday the hurt will wash away. But even the sun won't chase this pain. The rain falls when my heart breaks. Your shadow lingers in the corners of my mind. Every step I take, it's like you're still behind. The walls I built can't hold the weight you gave. The hurt you left still drips, a wound I can't save. I hear your voice in the silence of my chest. Every memory drags me deeper than the rest. The night swallows me where your light once shone. I'm bleeding in the dark, and I'm bleeding alone. So I fall into the black you left behind, where every hope is shackled in my mind. Your name's a poison I can't set free. The hurt you left still drips from me. I trace the echoes where your hands once lay, a hollow feeling that won't fade away. Even the stars can't pierce the grief inside. Your absence is a storm where I can't hide. If sorrow had a voice, it'd scream my name. I walk through fire trapped inside the flame. Your ghost keeps dancing over all I see. The hurt you left still drips from echoes of a life I can't outrun. The shadows on my walls remind me what I've done. I reach for a heartbeat that's colder than before. Love slipped through the cracks, now it's dust across the floor. Every promise that I made keeps bleeding in my chest. The truth is just a wound that never learns to rest. I whisper to the dark like it understands the pain, but the silence answers louder than your voice ever came. And I'm drowning in the memories, everything we used to be. I keep walking through the ruins, knowing you won't come for me. I'm standing in the night where the light don't show, carrying the weight only heartbreak knows. I gave you all the pieces you refused to hold. Now I'm freezing in a story that will never unfold. I'm trapped in the dark where the lost hearts go, where the ache in my bones is the only echo. I keep calling your name but the wind says no, and I'm stuck in the night where the night won't let me go. If time could break these chains, I'd still feel every stain. Your soul is carved with every tear. You wrote the ending I still feel. I'm standing in the night where the light don't show, holding on to dreams that died long ago. The truth cuts deep, but it's all I know. I'm forever in the dark where the night won't let me go. Sky is bleeding out in colors I can't keep. Another dying daylight I'll watch fall into the deep. I'm reaching for the warmth that always slips away. Your shadow walks beside me though you left that day. The roads are getting longer, but my heart stays behind, lost inside the fractures you carved into my mind. I trace the fading memories like scars that never heal. Truth is colder in the dark than anything I feel. I keep trying to outrun everything that we became, but the dust keeps pulling closer, whispering your name. I'm chasing sunsets that don't want me, falling There's a stranger in the mirror, wearing pieces of my face, eyes dim like dying stars that never found their place. I touch the fractured surface, feel the cold beneath my skin. Every truth I tried to bury keeps on clawing to get in. The nights grow even longer when the memories start to crawl. Shadows whisper every failure I've been trying to outrun all along. I beg the past for mercy, but it never shows me grace. Just reflections of the person that I failed to erase. If I close my eyes, the pain remains till it's severed. Echoing your distant name, and nothing left but empty space and the ghost you chose to leave behind. Sorrow lives in my reflection, every crack a broken lesson. I keep drowning in confession of a love that couldn't stay. I'm a portrait lost in darkness, painted with the things I can't confess. I keep staring at the wreckage of the life you took away. There's a weight upon my shoulders that the sunrise can't undo, a silence carved so deeply it still whispers me to you. I walk through empty rooms where we once breathed in the light. Now the air is cold and heavy, filled with remnants of our fights. If grief could build a kingdom, I'd be trapped inside its crown, a ruler of the ruins where my heart keeps breaking down. I search for signs of healing, but the mirror tells me no. Only sorrow keeps reflecting, only darkness seems to grow. Every time I breathe, it hurts like my heart forgot its worth. You became the quiet curse that follows me through every night. Sorrow lives in my reflection, all my wounds in clear projection. I keep begging for direction, but the light won't look my way. You're the ghost inside the darkness, still rewriting all my losses. I keep staring at the wreckage of the life you took away. I keep waking in the shadows of my past, where every heartbeat feels like it never lasts. I still hear echoes of a name I used to trust, but every mirror shows a stranger turning into dust. I try to breathe, but the night won't let me in. I drown in thoughts I never meant to keep within. Silence cuts deeper than the wounds I hide, and I'm scared of the dark, 'cause it looks I'm stuck in the memory of who I was, chasing ghosts I never learned to love. Every step just takes me back to lost. I'm a body with a heartbeat, but the lights all cross. Tell me why the night feels colder now, why hope disappear without a sound. If I fall, would anyone care at all, or am I just another shadow on the wall? I bury dreams like secrets I don't wanna know, walking barefoot on the glass of letting go. People say time heals everything we break, but mine just steals the little life I have left to take. There's a version of me that still tries to survive, but I left them somewhere on the other side. If healing's real, why does it hurt this much? Why do memories burn at every touch? I'm falling through the cracks of yesterday. Your voice calls, but the distance pulls you far away. I'm stuck in the memory of who I was, trying to live in a world that forgot us. A whisper prayers to a sky that never talks, wondering if I'm living or just on pause. Tell me why every road feels like a die, why I'm scared to live but too tired to die. If I fade, will anybody say my name, or will I disappear like I came? Maybe I'm broken in ways I can't confess. Maybe my heartbeat is learning to love the emptiness. If I could go back and hold myself through the loss, but now I'm here, still stuck in who I was, stuck in the memory of what was, drowning in the echoes of a faded trust. Every scare keeps asking what it cost to find a version of me that isn't lost. But the night keeps whispering I'm not enough, and the pain keeps teaching me cruel love. But I'll sing even broken, even flawed, 'cause maybe that's the only thing I've got. I woke up with a feeling I can't trace, like a memory that never had a face. There's a pain hiding quiet in my bones, telling stories that were carved before I'd grown. I hear whispers in the dark I can't deny, shadows stitching all the moments I let die. Every silence is a truth I never chose, every heartbeat is a bruise that never shows. name on the walls of my chest. One I buried but it never learned to rest. I keep running from the ghost inside my skin, but the footsteps always start where I begin. I've been stitched up just to fall apart again, tracing memories that don't feel like they were mine then. Maybe healing is a lie I learned too slow. Maybe shadows are the only truth I know. And I hear it, the echoes of a fractured voice, saying maybe pain was always just my choice. My scars remember what I found. Every word I said like breaking bones. Every tear becomes a brand new ghost, living in the spaces where I feel the most. There's a story written deep beneath my skin, where the darkness is the place I've always been. If I'm lost, then maybe that's my home, 'cause my scars remember what I don't. Maybe all the hurt I've held was never really mine. Maybe all the parts I killed were just trying to stay alive. If the truth is buried deep, let the shadows pull me close, 'cause the past I can't recall is the part that hurts the most. My scars remember what I don't, etching every moment I won't. Even if my memories fade slow, my wounds will whisper everything they know. If I crumble, let the pieces fall in place. Let the darkness hold what time won't face. I've been broken, but I'm not alone, 'cause my scars remember what I don't. I've been walking through the ruins of my mind, where the pieces of my past are left behind. Every heartbeat feels like something I once owned. Now it's just a ghost that won't leave me alone. I keep swallowing the nights I can't outrun, chasing shadows of a life that came undone. Every whisper from the dark is taking hold, and I'm colder than the truths I left untold. I'm sinking into wounds I never meant to show. I'm breaking, but nobody's close enough to know. With empty hands and a heavy soul, I keep losing pieces I can't control. Every breath feels borrowed, growing old, like I'm paying for a story never told. I've been carrying the weight of what I miss, like a graveyard underneath my fingertips. Every dream I tried to save just slipped away, leaving marks I feel but can't explain. I keep walking with a sorrow in my spine, like a shadow that's forever entwined. If healing means pretending I'm okay, then I guess I've been lying every day. I'm falling through the spaces no one sees. I'm calling, but the silence never answers me. With empty hands and a heavy soul, I keep searching for a heart I used to hold. Every memory feels sharp, carved in stone. I'm a stranger standing in my own home. I'm drifting in the ache I can't console, like the darkness finally swallowed me whole. If I break, will anyone even know? Empty hands, but a heavy soul. If I could bury all this hurt, I'd lay it down with grace, but the pain keeps coming back. It always knows my face. I keep begging for a spark, but the night won't let me go. Maybe I was born to carry what I cannot grow. With empty hands and a heavy soul, I'm still wandering through the things I can't control. If tomorrow never tries to make me whole, I'll still whisper to the dark what it stole. But if someone hears me breaking low, hold the pieces that I've lost along the road. 'Cause I'm tired of always losing what I know. Empty hands, heavy soul. I've been walking through the memories in my head, searching for a home that I never reached yet. All these dreams feel like cities built of smoke, disappearing every time I try to hold. The past keeps whispering a name I never spoke, like a promise that was born already broke. I keep chasing silhouettes of something missed, homesick for a place that never did exist. I'm drifting I've been holding on to things that feel unreal, chasing comfort in the pain I shouldn't feel. Every road I take just circles back to dust, to the pieces of a hope I couldn't trust. There's a version of myself I can't forgive, for believing there was more than this to give. I keep dreaming of a life I never kiss, homesick for a place I know does not exist. I'm falling through the cracks of what I tried to be. I'm calling, but the silence never answers me. I'm homesick for a place that never existed, for a feeling I created but never visited. Every tear I cry is something twisted, a longing for a world that's inconsistent. I'm fading into visions that persist, into corners of a dream I can't resist. Is it wrong to want what never did exist? Homesick for a place that never existed. Maybe I believed in something that was never meant for me. Maybe all the roads I follow led to nowhere purposely. If the truth is just a promise that the darkness always twists, then my heart was born to wander in the dreams that don't exist. I'm homesick for a place that never existed, for the peace I imagined but never witnessed. If tomorrow tells me nothing will shift this, and still ache for the world I once envisioned. I'll keep reaching even if the pain persists, even if the truth is cold and merciless. I'll keep longing for the comfort that I miss. Homesick for a place that never existed. I wrote your name on pages I can't keep, ink bleeding like the nights I couldn't sleep. Every letter felt like pulling out a thorn, words too heavy for a heart already worn. I still fold the pain like paper in my chest, hiding stories I could never confess. Every I miss you, I could never pen, turns into another ghost I breathe again. If I wrote it, would it matter in the end? If I sent it, would you finally understand? These are the notes I never had the strength to send, words that crack before they ever left my pen. Every line was another place I broke, every truth was a fire I couldn't stop. I'm drowning in the feelings I pretend, writing letters to a past I can't defend. If you read them, would it matter in the end? Notes I never had the strength to send. There were moments you were standing at my door, but I stayed silent, scared to want you more. Every sentence was a war I couldn't fight, so I buried them beneath another night. I keep hearing all the words I couldn't say, fading softly like they're begging me to stay. but my heart breaks in ways I can't defend. So I wrote it all and never hit send. If you knew me, would you hold me like before? If you read them, would I still feel this alone? These are the notes I never had the strength to send. All the things I hid behind the word pretend. Every tear I wrote between the lines. Every truth I folded just to buy more time. I'm trapped inside a love I can't amend, repeating what I never could confront again. If you saw them, would it make this story end? Notes I never had the strength to send. If I could give these broken feelings a voice you'd understand, would you finally see the parts of me I've never let myself defend? Or would every word I try for I just hurt us both again? So I kept them safe in silence, every letter left unsent. These are the notes I never had the strength to send, confessions that could break us in the end. If fate ever gave me one more chance, I'd still tremble at the thought of your glance. Some feelings aren't meant for anyone to mend. Some truths are too heavy to transcend. So I hold them where my broken nights descend. Notes I never had the strength to send. I've been hiding in the quiet of my chest, where the pain I never question never rests. Every heartbeat feels like something I unlearned. Every memory feels like something I've been burned. There's a bruise beneath the skin I never showed, a hurt I keep pretending I don't know. If healing means I'll feel it all at once, then maybe staying broken safer in the purse. I'm shaking, every truth cuts even worse. I'm breaking, I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt, stuck between the better and the worse. Every step I take pulls me to the dirt, like the pain is teaching me what I'm worth. I don't know which truth is more deserved, the one that saves me or the one that burns. Either way I end up sinking first. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. I've been living like I'm scared of every dawn, 'cause the light just shows the pieces that are gone. Every promise feels like something I can't trust, Every love I touch just falls apart to dust. There are days I almost try to breathe again, and the feeling reminds me how it all began. Healing sounds like knives dressed up as hope, and hurting's just the only thing I know. I'm trembling like I'm waiting for the worst. I'm remembering why I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt, caught inside the chapters I reverse. Every scar I touch reminds me first that the pain will always find me where I serve. Maybe I'm the one who keeps it cursed, too afraid of healing cause it feels rehearsed. Even hope can tear me limb from nerve. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. If I let the broken pieces go, will there be anything left to show? What if healing only makes it worse? What if hurting is my second birth? I don't know which future cuts me deep, the one I face or the one I keep. Either past still buries me in dirt. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt, living in the echoes I rehearsed. If tomorrow brings a softer world, will I run from it like every time before? Cause healing feels like opening a curse, and hurting's just the language I learned first. But I keep singing even when it burns. I'm afraid to heal, afraid to hurt. I keep walking through the echoes of my choices, hearing all the shadows whisper back in broken voices. Every step feels like a promise I could never keep, and every memory hits harder when I try to sleep. The mirror shows a stranger I don't recognize. My heart became a graveyard underneath my eyes. The nights are longer than the lies I used to chase, and love won't even look me in the face. I try to beg tomorrow not to leave me, but the sunrise never said a word to ease me. Time moves on, but I'm stuck in the same place, watching all my hopes fade without a trace. It's a future that forgot about me, left me standing in the dark where I can't breathe. All the dreams I saved got lost in the debris, and I'm sinking in a life that won't set me free. I keep reaching but there's nothing to hold, every heartbeat feels a little more cold. I'm a story that nobody will ever reread, just a future that forgot about me. I can fake a smile, but the cracks keep showing. Try to run from pain, but it kept growing. People walk away before I fall apart. Guess they see the storms forming in my heart. I'm a whisper in a world that's getting louder, a fading flame that's losing all its power. If I disappear, would anybody even know? Or am I just another ghost in the undertow? I keep praying for a moment I can re-rate, but the clock keeps dragging me into the night. I've been drowning in the silence underneath, begging for a breath, for a little relief. It's a future that forgot about me, left me stranded in the spaces I can't see, left my heartbeat echoing so quietly, like it's tired of pretending it believes in me. If the world moves on, then let it move. I'm too broken now with nothing left to prove. I'm a chapter torn out, drifting endlessly in a future that forgot about me. Maybe someday I'll fade completely. Maybe that's the way it's meant to be. Not a warning, not a tragedy, just a future that quietly forgot about me. I wear the dark like clothes I never chose. Every heartbeat colder than the last one goes. I try to stitch the pieces of a life torn wide, but the thread snaps every time I try to hide. People say my silence feels too heavy now, like they sense the storms I'm trying to drown. I keep falling through the cracks of who I was before, 'cause smiles don't fit me, don't fit me anymore. Tell me why the daylight feels like punishment, why every I find sounds like abandonment. I'm trapped in a body begging for a second chance, but shadows always lead the final dance. Smiles don't fit me anymore, I left them somewhere on a locked up door. The colors drained from the world I adore. Now I'm just a whisper on a cold cracked floor. I keep trying but my heart stays sore. Every memory hits me harder than before. The feeling's coming, it's taking a detour. 'Cause smiles don't fit me anymore. I've been waking up with shadows in my chest, carrying goodbyes that never let me rest. I numb the hurt until I can't feel my name, but the emptiness returns always feels the same. People walk around me like I'm not even there. I guess they learn that broken things are hard to repair. I'm stuck replaying the life I had before, but every frame reminds me what I'm dying for. I swear I'm trying not to lose my way tonight, but the dark keeps pulling me out of sight. Tell me why my chest feels hollow to the core, like it's waiting for her to knock once more. Smiles don't fit me anymore. They fall right off like clothes too torn. All the places that once felt warm before now echo with the ghosts I can't ignore. I keep sinking deeper than the ocean floor. I'm losing pieces of the person I wore. If hope is coming, it's stuck at the door. 'Cause smiles don't fit me anymore. I don't need saving, I've heard that lie. Just sit with me here while the world goes by. There's a truth in the pain I can't restore. Some souls were never meant to smile anymore. I move through days like I'm borrowed from the night. Every breath a battle I never learned to fight. People see a smile but don't know what it's hiding. A storm in my chest that never stops colliding. Try to speak, but the words fall through the cracks. And every small hole keeps stabbing at my back. I'm still here, but it feels like something's missing. I'm alive, but not really living. I chased tomorrow till my legs gave out, but the future never heard me scream or shout. Pain grows roots in the places I've been given, and every heartbeat asks why I keep living. I'm alive, but not really living. Just a shadow like the cost of breathing keeps on winning. I'm here, but barely holding on, lost between the dusk and the dead of dawn. If this is life, it feels more like prison. I'm alive, but not really living. I've been drowning underneath my quiet thoughts, counting every battle that I've already lost, trying to find worth in a world that's unforgiving. echoes of the love I'm missing. Some days I fade like a light behind the rain. Other days I break beneath the weight of pain. I can't tell if my soul is dying or drifting. Either way, I'm not really living. I keep begging time to slow down for me, but it rushes past like it's trying to flee. I'm stuck in a silent war I keep reliving, burning out from all the love I'm not giving. I'm alive but not really living, just breathing out pain I keep forgiving, trying to mend what life keeps ripping. But every tear feels more like sinking. If I disappear, will they notice it all? Or just rewrite the space where I used to fall? Maybe some hearts aren't meant for here. Some are alive, but not really living. Maybe someday I'll find what I've been missing. Maybe one day breathing stops resisting. Till then I'm trapped between breaking and giving. Alive, but not really living. Wake up just to feel the weight again. Another day I never asked to live. The mirror shows the ghost I could have been, a fading voice with nothing left to give. I drag the shadows everywhere I go. My heartbeat sounds like someone letting go. I try to breathe, but breathing feels so wrong. Like every breath is one breath too long. I'm drowning in the things I can't undo. The past is claws it tears me straight into. And every truth I run from finds me first. A quiet life that somehow still hurts. Tell me why existing feels like bleeding. Inside my skin, but every grin just feels like discipline. I'm stitched together, but the thread is thin One touch and I could come undone again. I chase a light that never seems to stay. It flickers out whenever I get close. I wish that I could learn to fade away, but somehow pain is all I've ever known. I'm tired of fighting battles in my head. I'm tired of waking up still feeling dead. I'm tired of scars that no one ever sees, the kind that kneel you down without a plea. Tell me why existing feels like bleeding. Why the nights keep pulling out my sleeve. Why I'm scared of waking up repeating all the versions of my broken dreams. Tell me why the silence sounds like screaming. Why my heart forgets what healing is. Nothing hurts like standing here still breathing. Nothing hurts like knowing this is it. Maybe I was made from missing pieces. Maybe I was meant to fall apart. Every time I try to find my meaning, life writes another bruise across my heart. Tell me why existing feels like bleeding. Why I break no matter what I feel. Every tear feels older than my body. Every pain stays deeper than the last hit. Tell me why the sun keeps disappearing. Why the night feels honest when it sins. Nothing hurts like waking up and feeling. Nothing hurts like knowing this is me. I woke up wishing I could stay asleep. Dreams are softer than the life I keep. I fake a smile, but God, it feels so cheap. Another promise that I'll never keep. Every morning feels like punishment. Breathing hurts like something permanent. I try to rise, but fear is sediment, pulling down the pieces that I'm living with. I'm fighting with the dark I carry. It always knows the places I've been thin. It whispers all the things I'll never win, and carves my name across my street. The quiet screams the loudest after dark. It knows the corners where I fall apart. It knows the ache behind my fragile heart. A fading fire, dying without spark. I wonder if I'll ever feel okay, or if I'm meant to slowly slip away. A ghost who watches every passing day, but never finds the strength to really stay. My memories are rusting into chains. They wrap around the softest parts of me. I call for help but only hear my name echo back in ways that sound empty. Another day I didn't survive, just walked around pretending I'm alive. Every breath feels borrowed from the night, every hope slips further out of sight. Another tear I swallow just to hide, another wound that's bleeding from inside, another truth that I can't redefine, another day I couldn't call alive. Maybe I'm the sum of every bruise, maybe I'm the things I fail to choose, maybe I am breaking by design, pieces slipping past the warning signs. Another day I didn't survive, just waited for the heart to turn to light. But sunrise only shows what's left behind, the parts of me that never learned to fight. Another night I whisper I'll be fine, but honesty keeps dragging me inside. Another version of a fading life, another day I didn't let it die. The sun goes down and all my cracks appear. The kind of pain that only I can hear. I try to breathe, but breathing pulls me near. The ghost of everything I still fear. I walk alone inside a faded mind. 1,000 memories I wish weren't mine. The darkness speaks in ways I can't define. It tells me I've been breaking for some time. Every shadow knows where I've been weak. It echoes all the truths I never speak. And every tear that falls, I let it leak. Like pain is all I am and all I'll keep. Silence screams louder at night, when no one's left to hold the line. I'm drowning in thoughts I can't fight, losing myself one breath at a time. Silence screams louder inside. It tears through the walls I designed. If Trace the scars I never meant to make, the kind you feel but never see away. The nights get heavy, harder still to take. I break in silence just to keep me safe. My shadow moves like it's ashamed of me, a haunting that I never asked to see. I wear the pain like it's a part of me. I tear the tie to what I'll never be. The dark keeps calling out my name. It knows the parts of me that stay the same. I try to run the grief, outruns the pain, and drags me back to where I start again. Silence screams louder at night, when no one's left to hold the line. I'm drowning in thoughts I can't fight, losing myself one breath at a time. Silence screams louder inside, it tears through the walls I design. If hurting is part of this life, then why does it feel like a crime? Maybe I bend because I never heal. Maybe I hide what I refuse to feel. Maybe the silence is the only real thing left in me that still knows how to kill. Silence screams louder at night, it cuts through the hope in my eyes. I'm slipping in shadows I fight, but losing gets easier with time. Silence screams louder inside, it steals what I'm trying to find. If hurting is all of this life, then maybe I'm breaking one last time. My shadow's getting longer on the floor. Your whispers haunt the cracks beneath the door. The nights are colder than they were before, and I'm not sure who I'm bleeding for. I keep your picture buried in my chest, a fading ghost that never lets me rest. Your goodbye carved a hole I can't ignore. The moonlight doesn't warm me anymore. So I fall through the dark you left behind, calling out, but you're nowhere in my mind. Every tear feels like a war I lost before. No, the moonlight doesn't warm me anymore. breaking, running out of time. You took the sun and left me on the shore, drowning in the cold I can't ignore. I walk alone until my footsteps blur, chasing echoes of what we used to be. But even the stars won't shine like before. In the moonlight doesn't warm